Hi children, how are you all? Welcome back to Maths class. Hope you are all practicing Maths daily. Today we are going to see special things about Pythagoras theorem. Before that, let's have some fun, okay, in Maths. Okay children, this is a trick that will determine your birthday. Okay, first thing is add 18 to your birth month. If you are born in the month of February month means we have number 2. Add 18 along with that. If you are born in October is the 10th month. So add 18 with 10. Hope first step is clear for you. Okay, it may take some long process. So it will be better if you have your calculator with you. Okay, pause the video, take a calculator and get ready to do the calculation. Okay, first thing you have to add 18 to your birth month. Then multiply by 25. See here, when you add, just give equal to, then multiply by 25. After multiplying by 25, press equal to in that calculator. Then add plus 333. Not after stretch in a single line. Because nowadays in mobile phones, the calculators are of higher scientific mode. So you can do all the calculation in single line. But don't do that. You will get a different answer. Here, every time you do one manipulation, press equal to, then go for the next operation. First add 18 to the birth month, then multiply by 25, then subtract 333, then multiply by 8, then subtract 544. It will take some time, my dear children. You can pause the video, see the steps over it and continue it. Okay, subtract 554. Then divide by 2. After dividing by 2, add your birthday date. If you are born in the month of June with the date 23, add 23. Okay, then multiply by 5. Then add 692. Again multiply by 20. Then you have to add the last 2 digits of your birth year. If you are born in 2007, you will have it as 07. If you are born in 2001, 01. See, I am saying these years because anyone may view this video. Okay, that's why. And if it is in 1997, add 97. Okay. Then at last subtract 32,940. Now you will get your birthday date. It will be in the form of month, day and year. See here in the last line. If your answer is like this, no, it means 12 represents month, December month, 31 represents the date and 99 represents the year. Isn't it nice? We can do many tricks using numbers in Maths. Okay children, before getting into today's new session, let us have a small recap. It's about Pythagoras theorem. And this theorem states that the square on the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares on the legs. Last class, we learned how to use this theorem in real life situation. We discussed 2 problems. Hope you remember, using a ladder and a broken tree. Isn't it? And today we are going to discuss many things about that. And before now some problems that is in the text. To begin with, we will discuss 2 problems that is there in the text. Okay. Okay. Here angles Q and R of triangle PQR are 25 degree and 65 degree. Write which of the following is true. They are asking which statement is true here. This statement looks like a Pythagoras statement. to make use of this Pythagoras theorem or property, it should be a right angled triangle, isn't it? Is it a right angled triangle? Do you have any doubts in it? Just by looking at it, you can say it's a right angled triangle. But every time, whatever we look is not exact. Periyar, a great writer, and he is also a scholar. He used to say, Kannal parpadum poi, Kadal ketpadum poi, Thira visaripade me. So Max gives proof for all the steps. And to find whether it is a right angled triangle, what is the property I am going to use now? To find the another angle. I already know two angles in a triangle. I have to find the third angle. What property am I going to use now? Yes, we are going to use angle sum property. By angle sum property, it is clear that all the three angles sum should be equal to 180 degree. And we know two of the angles to be 25 plus 65. And to find that third angle, I add these two and I transpose this 90 to this side, and it is equal to 180 minus 90 is equal to 90 degree. So angle P is 90 degree. So if one of the angle in a triangle is 90 degree, it represents a right angled triangle. So it is sure it is a right angled triangle. And I didn't say just by seeing the diagram. I am saying with a proof that one of the angle in the triangle is 90 degree. So it is a right angled triangle. So my dear children, even in exams, anywhere, don't guess and don't assume yourself that given triangle is a right angled triangle. You should have a strong proof for it that it is a right angled triangle or an equilateral triangle, whatever maybe it is. You should have a proper reasons. Okay. So it is a right angled triangle and it is right angled at P. The first statement is PQ squared plus QR squared is equal to RP squared. That is what given in the question. See, by Pythagoras theorem, this is the hypotenuse. QR is the hypotenuse because it is the side opposite to 90 degree, isn't it? So this side square should be equal to some of the other two sides. See, QR should be written separately. Is QR written separately? No. If it has come along with that, it should be in subtraction. Only the two smaller sides should come together in addition. That is what Pythagoras statement gives us. See, just by this triangle, you will have no QR squared. We know to write that Pythagoras theorem or property for any right angle theorem and triangle. See, QR squared is equal to PQ squared plus PR squared. This is the right statement. Do you have the first statement as what we have written here? PQ squared plus PR squared is there? No, that's what we have written the answer as. It is not true or false. It is not true by Pythagoras property. Similarly, the next option, they have given the same. CQR squared. Not QP, it is QR squared is equal to PQ squared plus RP squared or PR. RP can also be written as PR. Okay. So this is the true statement. What about the third statement? No, it doesn't matches with this statement. So it is also not true by Pythagoras property. Is it clear, children? Okay. Now the next question is, find the perimeter of the rectangle whose length is 40 centimeter and the diagonal is 41 centimeter. See, this is the rectangle and one of its side is 40 centimeter. Automatically we can say this side 40, CD is also 40 centimeter. And they have mentioned the diagonals measurement. And can we find this side BC? Yes, we can find using Pythagoras theorem because in rectangle, the angle between adjacent side is 90 degree. If it is not 90 degree, will it be a rectangle? You will have a diagram of this type. Something like slanting, no? I couldn't draw it straight. It will be in a slanting position if it is not 90. This only is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. Now it has slanting. Is it a rectangle? No, it is a parallelogram. Okay, in rectangle, surely it will be 90 degree. So it's a right angle triangle. This half of this rectangle is a right angle triangle. So we can use Pythagoras theorem. As per Pythagoras theorem, we know AC squared is equal to AB squared plus BC squared. So length AC, all the things that is there in the diagram, you have to list it down. And as per the Pythagoras theorem, we can write AB squared plus BC squared is equal to AC squared. This AC is the hypotenuse. I know the measurement of hypotenuse. I don't know only this BC. I have to find this BC. So instead of AB, I wrote 40. BC, I don't know. I know AC as 41, the whole square. Then if I substitute 40 squared is nothing but 40 into 40. Multiply 42 times, you will get 1600. Similarly, here you will get 1681. And this get transposed to the side and we will get BC squared is equal to 81. Whereas 81 can be written as 9 into 9. Because 81 is a square number. Hope you remember the square number. You can turn over pages in your classwork note and check is 81 in that square number list. I have asked you to write it. Hope you all would have written it. Okay. So BC is equal to 9. So I found out BC is equal to 9 in that rectangle. So I can list out all the measurements from the diagram. AB and DC, these two are opposite sides. So 40 centimeter. Again, what is the opposite sides of BC? AD. And so both these is equal to 9. So what is the perimeter? I have to add all the sides, isn't it? So 40 plus 9 plus 40 plus 9, which is equal to 98. Or you can make use of the formula 2 into length plus breadth. Both are right. Is it clear? Okay, children. And here is a something application oriented problem. Okay. Dear children, before getting into this question, you would have come across situations in buying TVs and monitors. They used to say, no, the size of the TV as 50 inch, 46 inch, 40 inch TV. What do this number measure in a TV? If you go to shop, they used to say, no, the measurement of TV monitors. It is a 40 inch TV, 42, 44 inches. It is 60 inches. In a monitor, which represents that number? Any idea? Do you think it is the breadth, this breadth, or this length? No. It is the diagonal measurement that gives us the measurement for that monitor. In any company, they used to say a number to mention the size of the monitor. They give us the diagonal measurement of that monitor and not height or not the length. Not length or breadth. They will give us the diagonal measurement. If you have not known so far, at least learn now. Okay, based on this, we have a question here. Mary wants to get a computer monitor for her desk, which can hold a 22-inch monitor. This 22 now represents what? Yes, it is this diagonal and not length or breadth. Is it clear? She has found a monitor inches. She has found a monitor. Wait children, this 22 is not this. They are saying that in her room she has a shelf. In that shelf she can accommodate a TV which is of measurement 22 inches. Okay. Now they have not given the measurement of this TV. This measurement of this TV is not given. They have given the measurement of the shelf in which she is going to keep it. Okay, that is desk. She has found a monitor 16 inches wide. 16 inches wide and 10 inches height. This is 10 and this is 16 inches. And what should I find now? Yes, I should find the hypotenuse now. Is it clear? So by Pythagoras theorem, we will find this hypotenuse as c squared. 256 plus 100, 356. Okay children, let me continue this problem because we have so many things to discuss here. Okay.